Hey everyone, and welcome back to Talkin' English.
Hello, everyone. We are so excited to learn with you today.
I'm Sophia, and this is Daniel. Our goal is to make English easy and fun for you.
Exactly. If you enjoy our lessons, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really supports the channel.
Today, we are talking about how to use take.
We will practice listening, learn keywords and phrases, and boost your confidence. Ready? Let's dive in.
I am so excited for this one, Daniel. You know, when I first started teaching English, I realized that take is one of those super verbs. It is everywhere. It is like the Swiss Army knife of the English language.
That is such a good comparison. A Swiss Army knife. It does everything. But that is also why it is terrifying for learners. I remember when I was learning a second language, verbs like this gave me a headache. I would look in the dictionary and see 50 different definitions.
50 is probably a low estimate. It can mean to carry, to consume, to choose, or even to tolerate. It changes its meaning completely depending on the word that comes next.
Exactly. Like you can take a bus, take a break, or take a chance. In my head, those are three completely different actions. One involves a vehicle, one involves resting, and one involves risk. It is wild that we use the same small four-letter word for all of them.
It is wild, but that is the beauty of it. Once you master take, you suddenly unlock thousands of ways to express yourself. It is a high-value word. If you understand the logic behind it, you stop translating from your native language and start thinking in English.
That is the dream. Thinking in English. So, Sophia, before we get into the heavy grammar and rules, what is your favorite way to use this word? Or what is the most common mistake you hear?
Oh, good question. I think the most common struggle is confusing take with bring. We will definitely cover that later because it depends entirely on where you are standing when you speak. But my favorite way to use it is for self-care.
Self-care? Like relaxing?
Yes, phrases like take a nap, take a moment, or take it easy. We live in such a busy world that I love how this verb allows us to claim some time for ourselves. It sounds active. You are not just resting, you are taking that rest. You are seizing it.
I love that perspective. You are seizing the rest. I usually just use it to talk about my coffee addiction. I take my coffee with sugar, or I take a coffee break every 2 hours.
That is also a perfect usage. Using it for food and drink preferences is very common. See, we are already using it naturally. But today, we want to go deep. We want to make sure everyone listening understands not just the basics, but the nuance.
We want you to feel the difference between take and other verbs. We want you to know why we say take a photo and not make a photo.
Exactly. That is a classic error. So are you ready to start dissecting this word?
I am ready. Let's break it down.
All right. To start, let's look at one of the most practical ways we use this word every single day: movement and transportation.
This is huge for travel. If you are a tourist or you commute to work, you need this.
You certainly do. When we talk about moving from one place to another using a vehicle, we almost always use take.
Right. So I would say, I take the bus to work.
Perfect. Let's look at that word, bus. B-U-S. Simple, right? But the structure is take plus the mode of transportation. I take the train. I take the subway. I take a taxi.
Why don't we say I ride the taxi or I go by taxi?
You can say go by taxi, and that is grammatically correct. But take implies a choice. You are selecting that method. Imagine you have options. You could walk, you could drive, or you could take the bus. When you say I take the bus, you are focusing on the method you utilized.
That makes sense. It feels more active, like I made a decision. What about driving my own car? Can I say I took my car?
Yes, you can. If you say, I took my car to the mechanic, or I took my car to work today, it implies you used your vehicle to go there. However, usually if you are the driver, you might just say, I drove. But if you want to emphasize that you chose your car over the bus, you say, I took my car.
Okay. What about walking? Can I take a walk?
Ah, now you are moving into a different category, which is collocations or fixed phrases. To take a walk means to go for a leisurely stroll. It is an activity. But you wouldn't say, I took my feet to work.
That would sound very strange. I took my feet to work. I hope so. You need them attached to your body.
Exactly. So for transportation, stick to vehicles. Let's practice a keyword here, vehicle.
Good word. Can you spell that for us? It is a tricky one.
It is. V-E-H-I-E-C-L-E. Vehicle. So you take a vehicle.
Does this work for airplanes?
Yes, you take a flight or you take a plane. For example, I am going to take a flight to London next week.
I wish I was taking a flight to London. That sounds nice. Okay, so we have transportation. What is the next big category? Because I know there is one that confuses people constantly.
Time. Using take to describe duration. This is probably the most important structure for daily conversation.
Oh, absolutely. Like, how long does it take?
Precisely. The structure here is usually it takes plus a person plus an amount of time plus to plus a verb.
Whoa, slow down, Professor Sophia. That is a lot of math. Let's break that formula down.
You are right. Let's simplify. Imagine you have a task. Let's say cooking dinner. You want to express the duration. You say, it takes me 30 minutes to cook dinner.
Okay, it takes me 30 minutes to cook dinner. So the subject is it. The verb is takes, the person is me, the time is 30 minutes, and the action is to cook.
You got it. Let's spell that keyword, duration. D-U-R-A-T-I-O-N. Duration. This is the length of time something continues.
So if I want to ask a question about duration, do I use how much or how long?
You use how long. You ask, how long does it take?
How long does it take to get to the airport?
Excellent example. And to answer, you might say, it takes about an hour. Notice in that sentence, we didn't use a person. We just said it takes an hour. This is a general statement.
So if I say it takes an hour, I mean for anyone. But if I say it takes me an hour, I'm talking specifically about my speed.
Exactly. Maybe you drive slowly, so it takes you an hour. But maybe I drive fast, so it takes me 40 minutes.
I definitely drive slowly. I'm a very safe driver.
That is good to hear. Now, let's try a different tense, because this verb is irregular. This is crucial. Today, it takes. Yesterday, it took. T-O-O-K.
Took. So yesterday, it took me 2 hours to finish my homework.
Perfect usage. And in the future?
It will take.
Yes, it will take a long time to learn English if you don't practice.
Ooh, harsh truth, but valid. So it will take. It is going to take.
We use this constantly to manage expectations. Imagine you are at work. Your boss asks, when will the report be ready? You don't just say Friday. You can say, it will take me a few days to finish it. It sounds professional. It explains that the work requires time.
That is a great tip. It emphasizes the effort. If I just say Friday, it sounds easy. If I say it will take me 3 days, it sounds like I'm working hard.
Exactly. It adds weight to the action. Now, there is one more nuance with time. We can use take to mean that something requires a certain quality.
Like what?
Like courage or patience.
Ah, like the phrase, it takes patience to be a teacher.
Yes, it follows the same grammar structure. It takes plus the quality plus to plus the verb. It takes courage to speak a new language.
That is beautiful. It takes courage. We are replacing the specific time, like 5 minutes, with an abstract quality, courage.
Precisely. Let's spell that word, courage. C-O-U-R-A-G-E. It means bravery.
So, to summarize this section, we use take for transportation, selecting a vehicle, and we use take for duration, how much time or effort something needs.
That is a perfect summary. You are a fast learner, Daniel.
Well, it didn't take me long to understand your explanation because it was so clear.
I see what you did there. Nice usage. Now, I think we are ready to move away from time and transport and get into something strictly physical. Direction.
Oh no, direction. This is where the battle between take and bring happens.
It is, and we are going to win this battle today.
I am ready. Lead the way.
The difference between take and bring is all about the speaker's location. This is the golden rule.
Location, location, location. Okay, explain it to me like I am 5 years old.
Okay, imagine we are at a party. We are currently at the party. You want to have more chips. You go to the kitchen to get them. Do you bring them to the party or take them to the party?
Wait, we are at the party?
Yes, we are standing in the living room at the party.
Okay, if I leave to get chips and come back, I bring the chips to the party.
Yes, because you are moving the object toward the location where we are speaking. Bring implies movement here, toward the speaker.
Okay, bring is come here.
Right. Now, imagine the party is over. You are going home. You have some leftover pizza. Do you bring it home or take it home?
I am leaving the party. I am going away from where we are now. So I take it home?
Correct. Take implies movement there, away from the speaker.
Okay, I need to visualize this. Bring is like pulling something closer to me.
Take is like pushing something away or carrying it to a distant place.
That is a great way to visualize it. Let's spell the keyword, destination. D-E-S-T-I-N-A-T-I-O-N.
Destination, the place you are going.
If the destination is where you are currently standing, use bring. If the destination is somewhere else, use take.
Let's try a role play example, just a quick one. I am at home, you are at your house. I am talking to you on the phone. I want to come to your house with a cake.
Okay, you are on the phone. You are coming to my location.
I would say, Sophia, can I bring a cake to your house?
Yes, because from my perspective, and I am the destination, you are moving it toward me. But how would you say it to your wife before you leave your own house?
I am at home with my wife. I am going to your house. So I would say to my wife, I am going to take this cake to Sophia's house.
Bingo. Same cake, same action, but the word changes because of who you are talking to and where you are standing. To your wife, the cake is going away, so you take it. To me, the cake is coming here, so you bring it.
That is actually mind-blowing when you really think about it. It's all about perspective.
It is, and that is why it is so hard, because in many languages there is only one word for to carry, but in English the direction matters.
What if I am talking about people, like children?
Same rule. You take your kids to school.
Because school is away from home.
Exactly. You wouldn't say I bring my kids to school unless you are currently standing at the school while telling the story.
Okay, that clarifies so much. Take equals away, bring equals here.
Perfect. Now let's shift gears slightly. We have discussed moving things physically, but what about when we take an action?
You mean like collocations? We mentioned take a walk earlier.
Yes. In English, we often use take plus a noun to describe an action, rather than using a verb.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Think about a shower. You can say I shower. That's a verb. But it is much more common, especially in American English, to say I take a shower.
Take a shower. Take a bath.
Yes. Here, take doesn't mean carry. You aren't picking up the bathtub and walking away with it. It means to perform or to experience.
This is really common with rest, right? We said take a nap earlier.
Yes. Take a break. Take a rest. Take a holiday.
Take a holiday. That is interesting. In British English, they might say go on holiday.
True, there are regional differences, but take a vacation or take a trip is universally understood. Let's look at another very common one involving our eyes.
Our eyes?
Yes. Take a look.
Ah, right. Can you take a look at this email?
Exactly. Why don't we just say look at this email?
Take a look sounds softer, more casual?
It does. It sounds less like a direct command. Look at this feels aggressive. Take a look implies when you have a moment, please perform the action of looking. It is polite.
So if I want to be polite at work, I should use take structures.
It often helps. Take a seat is another one. It's much nicer than sit down.
Sit down sounds like something you say to a dog. Sit.
Exactly. Take a seat is inviting. It means here is a chair. Please occupy it.
I also hear take a bite or take a sip.
Yes, these are about consuming small amounts. Spell that word with me. Consume. C-O-N-S-U-M-E. It means to eat or drink.
So if I offer you my cake, I say, go ahead, take a bite.
Yes, it implies a single action, just one bite.
There's one that confuses me though. Take a picture.
Ah, the famous one. In many languages, you make a photo, you construct it. But in English, we say take.
Why?
Think of it like capturing. You are capturing a moment from reality and keeping it. You are taking that image from the world and putting it in your camera.
That is poetic. I am taking the moment.
It helps to remember it that way. You take a photo, you take a picture, you take a selfie.
Never make a selfie.
Never, unless you are building a statue of yourself. Then you are making a selfie.
I will stick to taking photos.
Good plan. So we have covered transportation, time, directionality, take versus bring, and these common noun-verb pairs.
That is already a lot, but I feel like we are just scratching the surface.
We are, because now we need to talk about abstract concepts, taking things that you cannot touch.
Like taking advice?
Exactly. Or taking a risk. This is where take moves from a physical action to a mental one.
Okay, taking a risk. That sounds serious.
It is. When you take a risk, you are accepting the possibility of failure. You are choosing to act despite the danger.
So take here means acceptance?
In a way, yes. Think about the phrase take responsibility.
Oh, that is a big one. When you make a mistake, you have to take responsibility.
Correct. You accept the blame, you accept the consequences, you carry the burden.
I like the idea of carrying the burden. It connects back to the physical meaning of carrying something.
See, it's all connected. When you take advice, you are mentally receiving someone's words and keeping them.
So if I listen to you, I take your advice.
I hope you do.
I always take your advice, Sophia.
I am glad to hear it. Another abstract one is take a class or take a course.
Right. I am taking an English course.
Here, it means to participate in or undergo. You are not carrying the classroom, you are experiencing the learning.
I think that's the key for our listeners. Don't get stuck on the literal translation of carry. Think about the context. Am I selecting a vehicle? Am I using time? Am I accepting an idea?
Exactly. Context is king. And speaking of context, I think it is time we see these in action.
I agree. We have talked about the rules long enough. Let's put them into a real-life situation.
We have prepared a scenario for you. In this first role play, we are going to mix a few of these concepts.
What is the setting?
We are colleagues. We are at the office trying to organize a business trip.
A business trip. So we will probably hear transportation, time, and maybe some decision-making?
You guessed it. Listen carefully to how we use take in different ways. Pay attention to the prepositions, too.
All right, let's get into character. I am ready.
Action.
Good morning, Sophia. Do you have a moment? I need to discuss the upcoming conference in Chicago.
Of course, Daniel. Please, take a seat. I was actually just reviewing the budget.
Thanks. So I've been looking at our travel options. I think we should take the morning flight on Tuesday. It leaves at 8 a.m.
8 a.m.? That sounds reasonable. How long does it take to get to the airport from here during rush hour?
That is the problem. It might take over an hour by car. If we don't want to risk missing the flight, we should probably take the train. It's much more reliable.
I agree. The train takes us directly to the terminal, right?
Yes, and once we land in Chicago, we can just take a shuttle to the hotel. It's cheaper than a taxi.
Good thinking. Now, regarding the presentation itself, are you ready to take the lead on the marketing section?
I am. I have prepared the slides, but I might need you to take over during the Q&A session. You know the technical details better than I do.
That's fine. I can take it from there. Oh, and Daniel, did you remember to take out travel insurance?
I did. I took care of it yesterday.
Perfect. You really took the initiative on this trip planning. I appreciate it.
No problem. I'll take a few notes now just to make sure I don't forget anything we discussed.
Great. Let's take a quick break and grab some coffee before we finalize the hotel booking.
Sounds good?
And cut. That was excellent, Daniel. A very productive meeting.
It felt very professional. I felt like a real business executive. Take a seat, take the lead. We use the words so many times.
We did, and that is exactly how native speakers use it in the office. It is the glue that holds business conversations together. Did you notice the first phrase I used?
You said, take a seat.
Yes, this is distinct from sit down. As we mentioned briefly before, sit down is a command. It focuses on the physical action of bending your knees and lowering your body. But take a seat is an offer. It is hospitality.
It sounds much more inviting. It's like you are giving me permission to be comfortable.
Exactly. Let's look at another one you used. You asked if I could take over during the Q&A session.
To take over. Let's spell that. T-A-K-E, separate word, O-V-E-R. Take over.
This is a phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs are verbs combined with prepositions that create a new meaning. To take over means to assume control or responsibility for something from someone else.
Right. So I am speaking, but then I stop and you start speaking. You take over the conversation.
Correct. We also use this in driving. If you are tired of driving, I can take over the wheel.
Or in business. If a big company buys a small company, we call it a takeover.
Yes, that is the noun form, a takeover. Now, you also used a great phrase, I took care of it.
I love this phrase, to take care of something.
This is essential for being responsible. It means you handled the task. You solved the problem. If your boss asks, who ordered the pizza? You say, I took care of it.
It sounds very competent. It means, don't worry, I did the work.
Precisely. And notice the preposition. You take care of something. You don't take care about it. You take care of it.
Good catch. Prepositions are tricky.
One last phrase from that dialogue I want to highlight. Take the lead.
To take the lead. This implies leadership, obviously.
Yes, it means to be the first person or the main person directing an activity. If we are dancing, one person has to take the lead.
And in a meeting, the presenter takes the lead.
Exactly. It is a very empowering phrase.
Okay, that was the business world. It was very formal, very polite, very structured.
It was. But take is just as useful in situations that are completely different. Situations where we might feel vulnerable or unwell.
I think I know where we are going. The doctor's office?
You guessed it. Medical English relies heavily on this verb. Whether you are the patient or the doctor, you need these phrases to describe your health.
This is so important. If you are sick in a foreign country, you need to communicate clearly.
Absolutely. So for the second role play, let's change the scene. I will be Dr. Sophia, and you are, well, you don't look so good, Daniel.
I feel terrible, doctor.
Oh dear. All right, let's start the scene. Action. Good morning, Daniel. You look a bit pale. What brings you in today?
Hi, doctor. I just don't feel right. I think I might have caught a cold. I wanted to come in before it gets worse.
That was a smart choice. It's always better to take precautions. Tell me, do you have a fever?
I'm not sure. I haven't taken my temperature yet, but I feel hot and cold at the same time.
Okay, first I'm going to take your temperature. Just hold this thermometer under your tongue for a moment.
Okay.
It is a little high. Nothing dangerous, but you definitely have a fever. Let me take your pulse as well. Just give me your wrist.
Is it fast?
It is a little elevated, probably because of the fever. Now, take a deep breath for me. I want to listen to your lungs.
Like that?
Perfect. Your lungs sound clear, which is good news. It seems like a bad flu.
What should I do? Do I need antibiotics?
No, antibiotics won't work on a virus. You need to go home and take it easy. Your body needs rest to fight this off.
Take it easy. I can do that. What about the headache? It's really pounding.
You can take some ibuprofen for the pain. Take 2 pills every 4 hours if you need them, but don't take them on an empty stomach.
Okay, take with food. Got it.
And Daniel, you really need to take better care of yourself. You are working too hard.
I know. I promise I'll take your advice.
Good. Take a few days off work. I will write you a note.
Thanks, doctor.
And scene. Great acting, Daniel. You sounded really sick.
I actually felt a little relaxed when you told me to take a deep breath. It's very calming.
That is a classic medical command. Take a deep breath. B-R-E-A-T-H. Breath.
Wait, is it breath or breathe?
Excellent question. The noun is breath, spelled B-R-E-A-T-H, short vowel sound. Take a breath. The verb is breathe with an E at the end, B-R-E-A-T-H-E.
So you take a breath in order to breathe verb.
Exactly. In the medical context, we almost always use take a deep breath. It is a collocation. We don't say do a deep breath or make a deep breath.
Got it. Now, you also said I should take my temperature.
Yes, this is another measurement phrase. Just like we take a measurement of a room, we take a temperature, we take blood pressure, or we take a pulse.
It feels like extracting information. I am taking the number from my body.
That is a helpful way to think about it. You are obtaining data.
Then you told me to take it easy. This is one of my favorite idioms.
It is a universal favorite, to take it easy.
It means to relax, right?
Yes, but specifically, it means to avoid stress or exertion. If you are sick, take it easy means stay in bed, don't work, watch movies.
Can we use it as a goodbye?
Yes, if you are leaving a friend, you can say, bye, take it easy. It just means have a relaxing time.
I use that all the time. See you later. Take it easy.
It is very friendly. Now, there was another very critical phrase in the doctor scene. Take precautions.
Precautions. That is a big word. P-R-E-C-A-U-T-I-O-N-S. Precautions.
A precaution is an action you take in advance to prevent something bad from happening. Wearing a seatbelt is a precaution.
Washing your hands is a precaution against germs.
Exactly. We always take precautions. We don't do them. This is a very strong collocation. If you want to sound advanced, use this phrase.
We need to take precautions before we travel.
Perfect. And finally, we talked about medicine. Take a pill, take some syrup.
In some languages, you drink a pill or eat a pill.
Yes, but in English, we almost exclusively use take. I need to take my medicine. It doesn't matter if it is a liquid, a tablet, or a powder. You take it.
That simplifies things. I don't need to worry about the method of consuming it. Just take.
Exactly. It makes life easier.
You know, Sophia, looking at these two role plays, The Office and The Doctor, I realize that take is often about control.
Tell me more.
In The Office, you take charge. You take the lead. You are controlling the situation. In the doctor's office, you take precautions. You take medicine. You are controlling your health.
That is a brilliant insight, Daniel. Take is an active verb. It puts the subject in the driver's seat. You aren't just letting things happen to you. You are taking action.
I feel powerful just using it.
You should. Now, we have covered a lot of ground. We have done the basics, the travel, the time, and now business and health. But there is one area we haven't touched yet.
What is that?
The social side, the cultural side. How do we use take when we are just hanging out with friends or trying to be polite in a tricky situation?
Oh, the social etiquette. That's where people get nervous. They don't want to be rude.
Exactly. There are certain phrases with take that can save you from embarrassment or help you smooth over a mistake.
Like, don't take it the wrong way?
Yes, that is a perfect example. But we need to explain when and how to use that, because if you use it wrong, it can sound offensive.
Okay, I am ready for the social rules. Let's teach our listeners how to survive a dinner party.
That sounds like a plan. But before we get to the dinner party etiquette, I want to quickly address a very common confusion that happens in social settings involving offers.
Offers? Like offering food?
Yes, or opportunities. The phrase, take it or leave it.
Ooh, that sounds aggressive.
It can be. It is an idiom. It means, this is my final offer. Accept it, take it, or reject it. Leave it.
So I shouldn't say that to my grandmother when I give her a cookie. Take it or leave it, Grandma.
No, definitely not. That would be very rude. You usually use that in a negotiation, like buying a car. I will give you $5,000, take it or leave it.
Okay, note to self. Do not use hard negotiation tactics on Grandma.
Wise choice. But there is a softer version. Take your pick.
Take your pick. That sounds nicer.
It is. It means choose whichever one you want. If you have a box of chocolates, you offer it to a friend and say, take your pick.
That is much better. P-I-C-K. Pick, meaning choice.
Exactly. So we are moving from the high-stakes business and medical worlds into the nuance of social interaction.
I am ready. Let's learn how to be charming.
Being charming often involves knowing how to accept things gracefully. When someone gives you a compliment, how do you take it?
I usually just blush and look at the floor.
Well, we are going to teach you how to take a compliment with confidence.
I need that lesson.
We all do. And we also need to learn how to take a joke.
That is a tough one. If someone laughs at you, you have to be able to take it.
Precisely. It is about resilience. So, are you ready to get social?
I am born ready. Let's move on.
So, Daniel, when we talk about being social, there is one phrase that is absolutely essential for canceling plans without being rude.
Oh, I know this one. It's a lifesaver. Because sometimes you just cannot go to the dinner or the movie, but you don't want the other person to think you dislike them.
Exactly. You ask, can I take a rain check?
R-A-I-N, like the water from the sky, and C-H-E-C-K, rain check.
This actually comes from baseball. If a game was canceled because of rain, spectators got a ticket to come back for a future game. Now it just means I cannot do it today, but I promise I want to do it another time.
It is so polite. If I say, no, I can't come, it sounds cold. But if I say, I would love to, but I have to work, can I take a rain check? It sounds friendly. It keeps the door open.
Keeps the door open is a great way to describe it. Social English is often about softening the blow. This brings us to another huge social phrase. Don't take it the wrong way.
Oh, this is the phrase we use before we say something that might be a little bit critical.
Yes, it's a warning sign. It means, I'm going to give you feedback, but please understand my intention is good. Do not interpret this as an insult.
For example, if you have spinach in your teeth.
That is a perfect example. You could say, Daniel, don't take this the wrong way, but you have something in your teeth.
I would be so happy you told me. I wouldn't take that the wrong way at all. I would take it as a favor.
But imagine something more sensitive, like work performance. Don't take this the wrong way, but I think this report needs a bit more detail.
It softens the criticism. It tells the listener to control their emotional reaction.
Speaking of emotions, we also talk about taking a joke.
This is big in Western culture, isn't it? Being able to laugh at yourself.
It is huge. If someone teases you or makes a funny comment about you and you get angry, we say, he can't take a joke.
And that is not a compliment. Being able to take a joke shows confidence. It shows you are easygoing.
Exactly. But there is a limit. You don't have to take an insult.
True. There is a fine line. Taking a joke is about fun. Taking an insult is about tolerating disrespect.
And we actually use the word take for that too. I am not going to take this anymore.
That is the dramatic movie line. The hero stands up and screams, I am not going to take it. It means I will not tolerate this bad treatment.
So take can mean tolerate. I can't take the noise. I can't take the heat.
I can't take his complaining.
Precisely. Now, Daniel, in social situations, we also have to be careful not to take sides.
Oh, like in an argument, if two friends are fighting.
Yes. If you support friend A, you are taking his side. If you support friend B, you are taking her side.
And usually the smartest thing to do is...
Don't take sides. Stay neutral.
That is good advice. I am not taking sides. It protects you from drama.
Now let's talk about something positive. Take your time.
I love this phrase. It is the opposite of hurry up.
Hurry up creates stress. Take your time removes stress. It means Use as much duration as you need. I am not impatient.
If I am looking for my wallet at the checkout counter and the cashier says, "Take your time," I feel so much better.
It is a sign of good manners. If you see someone struggling, tell them to take their time. It costs you nothing, but it makes them feel respected.
Respect is key. And that leads me to a deeper concept, the idea of taking someone for granted.
This is a heavy one, but very important for relationships. To take something or someone for granted.
It means you don't appreciate them because you assume they will always be there.
Exactly. You stop seeing their value. You assume the electricity will always work, so you take it for granted until the power goes out.
Then you realize how important it was.
In marriages or friendships, this is the #1 killer of connection. Never take your partner for granted.
We should pause and take stock of what we have.
Take stock. That is a wonderful idiom. It comes from the warehouse, counting your inventory. But in life, it means to pause and evaluate your situation. Look at your life and see what is good and what is bad.
I try to take stock every New Year's Eve. I look back at the year and see what I accomplished.
That is a healthy habit.
You know, Sophia, listening to all of this, I realize that take is really about interaction. It's about how we interact with time, with objects, with people, and with feelings.
That is a beautiful summary. It is an interaction verb. Whether you are taking a bus, interacting with the world, taking a hint, interacting with social cues, or taking a risk, interacting with the future, you are engaging with life. Taking a hint. We missed that one. That's when someone is trying to tell you something indirectly. Oh, we cannot forget that. If I keep looking at my watch while you are talking, I should take the hint that you want to leave. Exactly. I'm not saying leave, I'm giving you a clue. You need to take the hint.
Some people are very bad at taking hints. You have to be direct with them.
True, but trying to be subtle is usually the first step in polite society.
Well, Sophia, I think our listeners have taken in a lot of information today.
Taken in, another phrasal verb, to absorb or understand.
I just can't stop using them. They're everywhere.
It is impossible to avoid them, and that is why we created this lesson, to give you the tools to notice them.
Once you start noticing them, you will see them in every movie, every song, and every email.
And that is when real learning happens, when you move from studying the word to recognizing it in the wild.
So, are we ready to review? I think we should do a rapid-fire round to make sure this sticks.
I think that is a great idea. We have covered a massive amount of ground, 5,000 words worth of English.
Wow, that is a serious lesson.
It is. So let's enter our vocabulary masterclass. We are going to pick the top 10 words or phrases from today's episode. I will say the word, spell it, and you give the definition.
I am ready. Test me.
Number 1, the classic category, vehicle.
V-E-H-E-C-L-E. A machine used for transporting people or goods, like a car, bus, or plane. We take a vehicle to go somewhere.
Perfect. Number 2, duration.
D-U-R-A-T-I-O-N. The length of time something lasts. We use the structure "it takes time" to describe this.
Excellent. Number 3, destination.
D-E-S-T-I-N-A-T-I-O-N. The place where someone is going. This helps us decide between take, going there, and bring, coming here.
Correct. Number 4, courage.
C-O-U-R-A-G-E. Bravery. We use this with the phrase "it takes courage" to show that a quality is required for an action.
Number 5, a business phrase, take the lead.
To take the lead means to accept the primary responsibility or to be the first person doing something, to be the leader in that moment.
Spot on. Number 6, a phrasal verb, take over.
T-A-K-E-O-V-E-R. To assume control of something from someone else, like when I stop driving and you start driving.
Number 7, a medical phrase, take precautions.
P-R-E-C-A-U-T-I-O-N-S. Actions done in advance to prevent danger or illness, like washing your hands or wearing a helmet.
Number 8, an idiom for relaxation, take it easy.
This means to relax, to rest, or to not worry. We often use it as a casual goodbye.
Number 9, the polite excuse, take a rain check.
To decline an invitation now but suggest you want to do it later. A polite postponement.
And finally, number 10, the relationship rule, take for granted.
To fail to appreciate someone or something because you assume they will always be there.
You got 10 out of 10, Daniel. High five.
Yes, I feel smarter already.
I hope our listeners do too. We really went deep today. We didn't just scratch the surface, we took the plunge.
Took the plunge. Committed fully. I love it.
Before we go, we always like to hear from you. We want to know how you are using these words in your real life.
Yes, we love reading your comments. It's the best part of our day.
So here is our question of the day. What is something that takes you a long time to do, but you love doing it?
Ooh, good question. What takes you a long time, but you love it?
Maybe it's cooking a special meal. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's learning English.
I hope it's learning English. For me, it's probably gardening. It takes months to grow a tomato, but I love it.
That is a perfect example. So let us know in the comments below. Use the sentence structure. It takes me time to activity.
We'll be looking for the best answers to pin to the top of the comment section.
Well, that brings us to the end of this massive lesson on how to use take.
We hope you took a lot of notes. See what I did there? And that you feel more confident using this incredible verb.
If you found this video helpful, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more students like you.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a lesson from Talkin' English.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Daniel.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.